Joining us now to review some of the headlines of today's newspapers from around the world is Arise News analyst Emmanuel Malabite Efeni. Good morning.
Good morning, Ruben. Good morning, Rufai.
Good morning.
Yes. Good morning, Victoria Tundu, MKO Abiola.
Good morning, Mr. Efeni.
Yes. Let's start before Ruben will ruffle the atmosphere.
Atmosphere ruffler.
Let's start with this day, Nigeria's newspaper of records. The lead story, Buhari, Nigeria better, stronger as one indivisible nation. Oshibajo Ganduje harp on the essence of unity in diversity. Tinubu seeks stimulus, jobs in security sector for youths. Yes, it was one of those days that editors will just look towards one direction for their lead story. And of course, all eyes focused on Kano, where Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu was holding his annual colloquium to mark his birthday. This time, the 69th birthday. Now, other newspapers also reporting from Kano. The Vanguard newspaper, Buhari at Tinubu's colloquium, why we must avoid war. I fought for Nigeria's unity during civil war, says Buhari, warns secessionists against bids to divide Nigeria. Clamor for Odua Republic, long overdue. Gani Adams, it is either Odua Republic or Yov insists. Army will deal with threats confronting Nigeria. The Chief of Army Staff at Tahiru. Of course, the Tribune newspaper, yes, reporting the most popular aspect of the Tinubu submission. Recruit 50 million youths into army, police to tackle insecurity. Tinubu urges federal government. Says bandits competing with Nigeria in engaging youths. Despite tension, we are better, stronger together, says Buhari. Now, I don't know how Nigerian youths will view this. That the solution to joblessness, unemployment, is to head all Nigerian youths, 50 million of them, into the army, into Sambisa forest, to confront the Boko Haram insurgency as well as bandits in the northwest. But if you look at the front page of this day again, Atahiru outlines plans to rebuild army. Perhaps the Tinubu team should have gotten in touch with the army to know what is the problem, because manpower per se has not been the problem. Because according to the Chief of Army Staff, the rebuilding of the army to ensure that the army win in prosecuting this war against banditry and terrorism has to do with procuring fighting equipment and rebuilding fighting skills, capacity, confidence, and morale of officers and soldiers. So if you are looking for the solution, it is there, not just recruiting millions into the armed forces. So for those who want to rule this country after 2023, I have not seen solution from many of those who have been put forward right now. 50 million youths into the army and police certainly cannot be the solution to fighting banditry, for fighting insurgency. Chad, a small country, pushed Boko Haram out of their territory, and we know how it was done. They moved in equipment, overwhelmed the insurgents, and today they have pushed all those insurgents out of their country. So those who want to rule should look for a proper solution and be seen to be putting on their thinking cap. Now, well, we'll move on to other newspapers. The Daily Trust newspaper, well, also reporting that same story from Kano, release money to boost economy, Tinubu tells Buhari. And of course, the colloquium still on the front page of News Direct, Nigerian News Direct newspaper. I chose Kano to prove Yoruba, Fulani are one. Tinubu, well, Reuben, Rufai, and Tundu, Yorubas and Fulani are one. That's according to Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu, and that's why he chose Kanu. Well, I'm sure many people will smell politics, and because one of his postulations was also a day before was that if Kanu and Lagos are stable, then the nation will be stable. But Zamfara is not Kanu. Katsina, where bandits have taken over forests, is not Kanu. And Nigeria is also talking about instability as a result of these bandits' activities in the forests of other states. So we move on to other newspapers. The Daily Independent newspaper, depleting aircraft, forex scarcity, shoot up airfares. Reps to probe disbursement of bailouts to airlines orders. Of course, Nigerians are resorting to air travel, even for distances that you can do by road, because of the insecurity. The other day, I was to fly to Benin. I had to pay 67,500 naira. That's a trip I usually enjoy doing by road, but somehow, no more. And the airlines are also catching in because there is high demand, fewer aircrafts on ground. Now, the Punch newspaper, Buhari leaves for London medical holiday today as doctors set for strike. I don't like calling it that our president is going on medical tourism or medical holiday. Yes, that may be the appropriate term, but let's just leave it at he's going for medical checkup. Many years after Aisha Buhari, the wife of the president, talked about the sorry and poor state of the Aso Rock clinic. Of course, billions have been allocated over time, yet we cannot carry out routine medical check in Nigeria, because that is what the president has gone for. Routine, that is the underlying word, medical check. Now, the Daily Sun newspaper, protesters ground APC headquarters, demand extension of membership registration revalidation. APC still grappling with the issue of recruitment or revalidation of members. Now, the Daily Times newspaper, choice of IGP divides Aso Rock cabal as CP, AIG, DIG slug it out. Well, when you don't do the things at the appropriate time, politics, of course, and all kinds of intrigues will creep into the process. President Buhari did not appoint a new Inspector General of Police after the expiration of the current IGP. And as such, I will not be surprised that there are intrigues to replace the IGP. Now, quickly, the foreign newspaper. If we look at The Guardian of UK called for urgent inquiry into serial school sexual abuse. Yes, Ofsted urged to act after thousands of allegations flood survivors' website. Well, quite shocking that sexual misconduct in schools have not been investigated over time, and now Ofsted is urging that there should be a deep dive inquiry to establish why complaints by pupils of rape, harassment, and assault are not taken seriously in the UK. And the situation has not improved, according to a report from a parliament headed by Conservative MP Maria Miller. Nothing has changed in the last 5 years, according to that report. While in the US, of course, the New York Times, as Floyd murder trial starts, 9-minute video is focused for both sides. Believe your eyes, prosecutor tells jury, defense tries to shift spotlight. Yes, that gruesome 9-minute video of Derek shoving the policeman, putting his knee and leaving it there for 9 minutes on the neck of George Floyd, which led to his death. Quite an emotional day as that trial begins Not only the policeman is on duty, the police institution is on trial. The police institution is on trial, the policeman is on trial, and of course, as the pastor put it yesterday, the justice system itself is on trial. Ruben Rufai and Tundu.
I mean, very, very somber, moving moments there when the members of National Action, Reverend Al Sharpton, the likes of Ben Crump, the lawyer, and some other lawyers did go out there to make a case yesterday, and it pretty much reminded me of Martin Luther King taking the stage in the 60s and speaking about freedom once again. Here we go again. And when you look at the defense of the lawyer, I mean, against the case yesterday, speaking in favor of Derek Chauvin, it just shows that a lot has to be done as race relation in America. A man was killed, and you say that was the way he was trained to do his job. And you wonder, oh, that was the way the Minneapolis Police Department taught him to kill black people. Because if that man was white, then things will be done better. People will fight this case head on. And you see, it's about classes in the world. It's about the have and the have-nots. And except we bridge the gap, we'll never know peace in the world. And that's why justice must be done as regards what happened to George Floyd. Because it showed all of us. You knelt on a man's neck, suffocated him, asphyxiated him for 8 minutes. You put him under the water, you held his breath, he couldn't breathe for 8 minutes. And now you say that was how you were trained. And I saw, that man defending Derek yesterday, and I shudder in disbelief. And I'm sure Martin Luther King will shake in his grave and say, is this what they killed me for on the 4th of April, 1968?
Well, very quickly, the front page of This Day, where you started from. Two interesting topics there. President Buhari saying Nigeria is better, is stronger, as one indivisible nation. That is what we expect him to say. Another colloquium in Kano in honor of Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu of the All Progressives Congress. The main theme was about national cohesion, was about integration, was about unity, right? And some of the examples that were given were really funny. The vice president, for example, was saying, well, the governor of Kano State is an in-law to the Yoruba people. And Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu said, well, we have this event here to show that Yoruba people and the Fulani are their one. That's not how to demonstrate unity. They've taken it to the level of intercultural marriage. They've taken it to the level of holding an event somewhere. No. There are more fundamental issues that Nigerians are concerned about. And we hope that that colloquium will provide an opportunity for a conversation around those issues that are agitating Nigerians. When President Buhari says Nigeria is indivisible, fine. Yesterday we discussed this with Okeke-Chukwu, and he was saying, well, Nigeria is not indivisible because the Constitution says so. It is about governance. It's about what you do to give the people a sense of belonging. 50 million youths to go and join the army, to go to Sambisa Forest, to borrow your expression. Would some of those people at that event be willing to send their own children to Sambisa Forest, even without training? Atahiru, the chief of army staff, on the same front page of This Day, is talking about rebuilding the army. Okay, can we really have a robust conversation about that, about training, about equipment, about taking stock, about personnel, about welfare, about all of those issues that force many of our soldiers to run away when they see aggressive bandits, terrorists with sophisticated weaponry. These are some of the issues.
Thank you so much, Dr. Batia. Thank you so much, Mr. Stephen.